Hello, I'm Asya. Today we're going to be looking at an exciting release from one of my favorite houses that I discovered last year. I ended up sampling the house and I fell in love with the house. Fantastic offerings there, really line up with my preference or my taste in fragrances. It is a house that is based in Japan, so of course the cultural elements are going to be infused in the scents that they produce, so you have to keep that in mind. I'm going to link other reviews on some of the fragrances from that house that I did in the past in case you want to look for like an overall feel of the house. So today though, newest release, really exciting. The reason why I'm doing this review after wearing only 4 times is because this one is a limited edition 33 ml bottles exclusively for Lucky Scent. Last time I checked though, they were running low, so I wanted to do a quick review after wearing it for like 4 days to kind of give you an idea of what it smells like or what to expect, so you can decide if you want to get it or not. If I had the means, I'll probably get a backup bottle. This is a presentation as usual, beautiful clean presentation there at the top. And then at the bottom you have like the name of the fragrance, and then when you open that you have the 33 ml bottles. And I really like the minimalistic clean design and compact design and packaging here. Now, so Keman is the name of the fragrance, and then from the description that I got though from the website from Lucky Scent, it seems to be a floral arrangement that are in Buddhist temple, and I can definitely see that in how they were able to bring out the accords in this fragrance here. It does capture a floral element, but also the oud that is used here, non-barnyard, kind of impart that slightly mysterious woody but incensey feel, not smoky in a burning way, but incensey feel to the fragrance. So they did a fantastic job capturing the scenery there, or what they were trying to portray, which is the Keman, which is a floral arrangement in the Buddhist temple. Keman, like any other fragrance from the house of Diesel that I've tried, has this meditative, zen, clean, kind of calming and soothing feel to them. Transparent but complex at the same time. That's what I get out of this fragrance as well. So the DNA is still here, which I really enjoy. So in the opening of Keman, what I get is this fizzy, refreshing, zesty yuzu citrus accord, but it is paired with the rosy geranium, rosy citrusy geranium, and a rose accord. I think they're using Japanese rose, but I'm not familiar with Japanese rose, so I'm going to do my best to give you an idea of what the rose smells like here along with the other element. So in the opening is mostly a citrusy yuzu, fizzy, zesty yuzu citrus accord, but it's paired with geranium and rose. Underneath the rose though, that layer is transparent, but underneath the rose though, I get a little bit of weight there, and I think it's coming from the jasmine. Beyond the rosy accord and the other element that are supporting it, I also get a slight balsamic, slight incensey oud accord that is not barnyard in the background to start with, but it's gonna show a lot more of a personality in the dry down. Now that rosy accord is also supported by some green woody coniferous accords, aromatic feel that is coming from the blue tansy and then also the cypress. Now the rose accord is going to last for about an hour, and it's going to dissipate in the background, and it's going to be mostly the jasmine that is going to be predominant in the dry down, but it is a bit dominated by that oud accord and then the cypress note. Now the rose note that I get here though, think about Thai rose. So if you're not familiar with Thai rose, for example, it's something that is sweet, rosy, but also has like some citronella accord to it, citrusy citronella accords to it as well. But in Thai rose, a little bit pronounced. Now the type of rose that I get here though doesn't have that pronounced citronella note, but it does have the citrusy, slightly geranium-like accord that is lended by the geranium. So I'm hesitant to say that is close to a Thai rose, but the pairing between the rosy accord that I get, the geranium and the yuzu, give me the impression of having something that is slightly close to Thai rose, but not quite because of the citrusy element that I get. So that's the rosy accord that I get, and it's weighted down a little bit by the jasmine. And I must say that the overall rosy accord that I get out of this one, beyond the single rose note, taking into account the other element that he used to kind of shade the rose here and give it complexity, is just outstanding. So he's using the rose but also the citrusy top note from the yuzu, and he's linking those two with geranium geranium, and it plays an important role here as a bridge between these two, because geranium in itself has rosy facet but also citrusy facet, so a really good filler between these two here. Also add this watery petal-like character, slightly sweet petal-like character from the cherry blossom to the rose, and overall it comes off really coherent and really transparent, but it's weighted down by that jasmine. Now another thing worth mentioning though with that opening, the rose, the yuzu, and then the geranium, is this extra layer of freshness that is almost reminiscent of mint but not quite, so you're not gonna get anything that is toothpaste like, but there's this like cooling freshness that is almost reminiscent of mint leaf but not quite. I'm not sure if it's coming from the geranium or is there actually mint in here, but I do get like an extra layer of cooling feel that is coming from something that is slightly minty but is hitting with the rosy accord paired with the yuzu and the geranium. Beyond that rosy accord in the opening, it is also contrasted with some oud accord that is non-barnyard. Like I said, it's going to be balsamic, woody, and slightly incensey. So it's not going to be overtly floral. It's going to be contrasted with that woody element from oud, but also the slightly woody green camphorous feel that is coming, aromatic feel that are coming from the cypress, and then the blue tansy. So now the rosy accord lasts on my skin for about an hour or two at most, and it transitions to more of a sweet jasmine accord, and then is letting out the oud to be more prominent in the dry down. Now the oud here is a sweet balsamic oud, and an incensey feel. It's not going to be anything smoky. Think about the type of oud, the smell, the incensey smell that you get from burning an oud chip at a really low temperature where you don't get the smoke. You only get that slightly incensey, slightly warm woody feel coming from the low heated oud chip. So beyond the oud and the dry down though, I get an extra layer of complexity that is added by that dark bitter camphorous, slightly aromatic feel coming from the pairing between the cypress and then the blue tansy. That's pretty much what I get out of the fragrance. They did a really good job. It is really reminiscent in my mind. That's what I would picture, like a floral arrangement in the Buddhist temple. One thing worth noting here, and then the reason why I love this house, is the utilization of some of their ouds. In the past, when I tried some of the ouds from other sources, I do get like this slightly burnt pot feel to it in the opening, and it dissipates afterwards. That opening alone sometimes keeps me from even like trying to test more or further that oud oil because it just doesn't sit right with me. In the cell, the type of oud that he uses seem to be pure and then deprived of that, so I don't get any slightly burnt pot feel out of his ouds. So that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy some of his blends that are using oud oils in it. To me, it has this like sense of purity to them. It's just something that I wanted to mention there in case you're wondering about the type of oud that they're using, and it varies in grade. And then so far from what I've been able to experience from Kiara to Sasura to Keman here, pure clean oud, really easy to wear and enjoyable. In terms of performance, this one does exactly what it's supposed to do. Like other fragrances from this house, they're not meant to shout or be bold or out there. They're meant to be zen, calming, something that is transparent but at the same time complex, something that you can wear and not be distracted too much and then go about your day while enjoying the beautiful wafts that you get. Something that is personal, close, but not weak in performance either. So this one easily, especially the dry down with the oud, lasts on my skin 8+ hours, but then the projection is subtle for the first 2 hours, and after that it gives you like a close and bubble, and I really like that. Those are the kind of the like characteristics or the points that I love out of this house. So if you're like me and you enjoy, or you find the characteristics that I describe out of this fragrance to be positives, definitely give it a try. Don't sleep on this one because like I said, the quantities are already low. If I could financially, I would get another bottle for myself because I really enjoy this one. Now if you've tried this one, please let me know in the comment section below what you think of it. It will give other people that have not yet and then thinking about it to have different perspective or more information to make that decision there. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and take care.